So here we are in Eclipse getting ready to demo this idea of writing and reading objects to and from disk. Our program looks very similar to what we've seen before, except this time it's the output object or object output stream instead of just the regular output stream. But apart from that, we're doing something very suspiciously similar to what we did before. That is, we're writing out a UTF-John and a double 85.5. That should sound familiar. But now we do something that we wouldn't have been able to do before, and that's we do a write object. And we're simply going to write a Java date object because java.util.date does indeed produce an object. And this is our chance to produce such an object and write it out to disk and have a look at it and see what it looks like. So let's go ahead and run the demo. So the demo ran, and there's not much to see from it, is there? But that's okay, because now we're going to be able to use another demo to open this or to pull these things back out of the file that they've been stored into. In the meantime, though, before we leave this demo, let's go ahead and open the file that got produced, that is object.dat, and let's have a look in there and see what we can see. Okay, so here is object.dat. That's the file that got written. Now let us open up Notepad and bring this into view, and let's go ahead and drag and drop object.dat, this file that we just wrote into here. Remember, we wrote a UTF-John, a double 85.5, and a date object. There's what we get. So you'll notice a couple of things here. There is a little thing that says java.util.date. I guess that probably should be there if we've written out a date object and that's what it's called. It should have some kind of a name to identify it. And here you have a whole bunch of binary gobbledygook, which is obviously something to do with the time and date. Over here, notice what happened with the other pieces of this. Our John, which was represented, if you will recall, by actually JOHN and an additional 2 bytes, if you will recall, a 16-bit integer representing its length, and it was 0, which I've indicated in blue here, and 4, so the 16-bit integer 04 to indicate that there are 4 letters in John. But notice there's a whole bunch of other stuff that wasn't there when we weren't using the object stream. And there's also apparently more bytes than you might expect for the double, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then frankly I don't know if this piece here is part of the date object or if it's something that goes with the double. But you know, at least you have a little bit more information than existed in your text, because what your text doesn't do is it doesn't open this file and show you what's there. So this will give you some, at least naive appreciation for what we have accomplished by using the object stream and writing these things out. So again, a reminder that the primitives don't quite look the same, but there are some pieces of them that do look the same, and we have, this is the main part, we have something we couldn't do before. We did not have the ability to write an object out to disk before, but now we have that capability.